second degree black sashes. Welcome everyone at home. Let's start our warm up. And switch. And are you caught up? How far are you finished?
Close.
Fan form, the whole thing?
The part where the kicks and then jumping back.
Okay.
It's
Okay, no, that's fine. The last 3 weeks I've had both Mr. Haley and Ms. Burns, and they were on opposite ends. She didn't know the beginning. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you didn't know she knew the ending because she's been doing the live streaming, but she didn't know the beginning. And then Mr. Haley hadn't been doing the live streaming, so he didn't know the ending, but he knew the beginning. So we've been catering it to whoever's here. So now Ms. Burns can lead the whole fan form. No, I'm teasing. She can't lead the whole thing.
I got the opening gun.
But last, how about on the Xinjia Erlu?
I'm gonna step back, and then I've got this, and then right, this is the end
Okay, cool.
where I've got
Wait.
no problem.
Where I'm catering it to whoever's in class. Yeah, so that makes it easy for me, and everyone can use the review, right? Okay, but
The other stuff I've been practicing, so I got that. No
yeah.
problem.
Say that again.
The whole rest of it, up to that point, I've got them both. So
Okay, cool. Great, because I know you've been doing the live stream. Yeah. But I kept promising, and today I actually have new moves for the Xinjia. So we have one little new move. So yes, if you're at home watching this as a recording or watching live, finally a couple new moves. But they do involve 360 sweeps. If you looked ahead on the videos, the ones not the ones I've done, but on performances.
there's a couple of like 3 or 4 more people
Switch.
that have done fan. They do it very, very different. They do the same moves, but it looks very different.
Yeah, and that's why you probably heard me say on these recordings that at first stick to one, then go through a round of correction on that one, and then make it your own. Because when you look at different videos, what can be helpful about it is you can understand what is important and what isn't important. So if you're new to a form, you might think, oh, that must be important. I have to do it exactly like the teacher showed me on that one. It's like, well, actually, that wasn't what was important. Right? So yeah, there's lots of recordings. So there's this one that I thought was particularly good that has some children at a competition. Did you see that one?
No.
And when you see children doing it at a competition, you can see the teaching method, whereas the recordings that we're emulating are not instructional. They're a performance. So we are imitating the final version right out the gate, which we should. This is not a beginner's class. But if next year I'll teach the fan form, for instance, in the Friday Master's Path. Guess what? I'll be teaching it to orange sashes. Guess what? I'll have to find a way to kind of really break it down for someone who has never even done anything. Where in this class, I'll give you a lot more credit than some of you think you deserve, but I don't want to break it down for you. I want you to break it down for you, you know? I don't want to always treat you like you don't have any sense, or don't have any sense of how to learn. You know?
I don't mind.
Well, then the thing is, then you are stuck in that place your whole life, where you know.
There's a video from the heir to the Yang family, this young kid.
Yeah, I know, Yang Jun.
Yeah. I watched him recently.
He's not young anymore, but,
Oh, no? Oh.
well, I mean, I went and trained in 1996 with him and his dad
Oh, wow.
when they were in San Antonio, and he was older than me then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This must be a video from 30-something years ago.
Oh, well, yeah, in that case, yeah. If it's a 30-year-old video, yeah.
It must be, yeah, because he looks like he's 20-something.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, well, I mean, anyways, what do you want to tell me about it?
I was just watching him do Yang. It's totally different from what what we've done. So I tried doing yang in like a very different way, and now it's like very different. I don't know if it feels totally right or not, but it's just weird. It's very different, you know.
Yeah, I won't comment about it on recording, but if you want me to off recording, I can sometime. Other than to say, like, yeah, it has like a different rule throughout the whole form. You can pivot your toe in first, like on a single whip. They would do single whip. They would pivot their foot all the way in to do single whip, where they never pivoted at the end. Where most people that do any Tai Chi, including Chen, they're used to turning the foot at the end. In that one, in Yang Zen Doa and Yang Jun's, they've already turned the foot in all the way, and then they step on a narrower, longer line.
Yeah, some of the stuff you did looks very.
Did we switch yet?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not switch yet. I'm gonna do a couple myself.
It looks very robotic, some of it. It's weird, really weird.
And switch. Yeah, and I forgot to tell you when you entered the room, if you are behind these poles in this camera, you're off camera. Yeah. You don't have to be on camera because, yeah, I'm not gonna make you get on camera unless you're like, yeah, I'll ask you to, not make you. All right, and tendon lengthening, marrow washing, Qi soothing method. Yin Yang balancing, Qi mobilizing method. As promised, we're going to start with the newest movements. So these will be challenging to copy only for the first move. So if you want to watch it first, you can. From your perspective, you'll be able to see me on the first, but not the second. Okay? And you at home, you'll be right there. You can do what you want. You just move so you can see. All right? So the final move we made it to is a punch this way, right? Here. You may not have gotten this far. It's okay. We'll do the new move. We'll make sure you two are good at the new move. Now we did about 10 videos on that one, the crackers. So it's further along. But if we make sure you both get it and you at home get it, then we'll start. What we've been doing is we've been doing the newest or ending part, and then working our way back into it, and then back into it like I do in class, like we're doing now. So this is the move. We did our punch, our last punch. It was from here, and and we did this, and we punched. You're gonna bring this foot in for a cat stance, and then you're gonna lower the left hand down, and you're gonna pop like this. And honestly, this section, this little bitty section we're about to do will be most easily performed in socks. So we might switch to socks in a second, because it does involve, I wasn't joking, it does involve a 360 sweep. But, good news, it's like a crane sweep as opposed to a tiger sweep. We're not gonna have to squat onto the floor. So you're here, then you're gonna step. It looks like I'm stepping directly that way, but you're gonna pivot. And now this one, since we're not sliding on the floor, we don't get the benefit of being on concrete that's a little sandy with shoes on. We're gonna have to inch it around like we're skateboarding. So we're gonna turn the sweeps, turn the sweeps, turn the sweeps. So we're kind of back where we started, but a little bit further. Then we immediately pop up, the arms circle back like this. And they X. Then right foot, step, step, circle, shift to the right, and punch. And that's the section we have for you today. Okay? Let's do it a few more times. Then we'll see if you can try it on your own. And then we'll rewind it one section at a time, working our way back to the beginning of the form again. All right? And then if we have time, we'll run the whole form. So we punched here, right? We're here. Now we're turning the body, and the foot comes to like a cat stance for a second, and then you're going to stomp the heel down as you do your fist pose. Then you're going to step because you're trying to go that way, but immediately pivot because you're not going that way. You're going to spin around and around to here. Okay? It doesn't take it in 3 steps, but if you have rubber feet on a non-slip floor, there's no way you can get around unless we like throw some sand down. Okay? From here, we just got around. As soon as you get here, you immediately pop up and X down. As soon as you get here, you immediately circle again and change your stance, sink and punch. Okay? I'll leave you do it like 3, 4 more times, and then I'll see if you can remember it on your own. So here we go, from the corner. We've done our punch. Then we kind of come to a cat stance. And step and pivot out, step and pivot, swing, 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 like a skateboard for now. And then Xing right in between, right in the center, not on the left or right. And then crossing, did I hit that out again? Step, step, circle, onto the right, and punch. Okay. If I leave out that step, you can remind me, but none of the other ones have that step when they do the double hop thing. So I'll default to the earlier versions, or earlier parts of the form. You can watch it or copy it. I am getting better at turning around for the camera to see it. You know, since we don't have 2 cameras. Here we are. And we've done our punch, cat stance, and pop. Step, then pivot, circle left foot sliding, pivot on the right foot, and jump. X in the middle, step, right, left, circle, sinking on the right, and punch. Okay, one more time, and then I'll let you guys try it. Okay, and you're on the right, we punch, then we cat stance for a second, and then pop, and then step, and turn, spinning, spinning all over to here, and jump, and then cross, or not really cross, but it feels like crossing. Alright, give it a shot. We'll kind of watch and kind of not watch. See if you can remember it at home too.
come around. Any sense in coming down and up again to finish the turn?
Now it's
On the
one,
standing leg, or?
it's one circle. So, on this floor, this is a safety floor, and it's meant to keep you from slipping. So it's designed for you not to slip. In the old days, some of you know this, we used to practice on that black floor with shoes that had cotton on the bottom. I could stand here and I could throw this leg and spin 3 or 4 times if I kept my head straight. Like a Kung Fu master. Not a ballerina. I was gonna say like a ballerina. No, like a Kung Fu master. Like, just spin. So, you're welcome to try with your shoes off. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna, hopefully my feet aren't too sticky, and I have a nice new piece here. So I can kind of spin on this. So I've done my punch here. Punch, you can do it or not do it. Here, hit, boom, and then come around. All one motion without having to push off again and again. So any modification is whatever you want to do. If you think it helps, because you can't actually pivot continuously, like my socks are a little damp from sweaty feet and shoes. I tried this earlier today before I put my shoes on, and there was no sticking at all. I could spin very easily. But you don't want to wrench your ankle. You're less likely to wrench it here anyways. But the attempt to spin one time is the goal, and not push off at all. You give enough momentum to start it, and stopping it is when it comes to here. And as soon as it gets to here, you're jumping and dropping anyways. I don't know if that answers your question. Yeah, the difference will be, it's a sweep. The leg's supposed to have enough power to take someone's leg out. So it won't be just spinning on one foot, like the Tai Chi leg. Yeah, and it isn't that. The foot that's stepping in that is in the Yang style. It's just, this isn't doing anything except landing for another kick. But this one is meant to, it's Chen style, and you've gone boom, and then you're, oh, I didn't make it all the way, but I made it further than with shoes on. Chen Bing, when he does that nice demo with the right spirit, like he has the right spirit for the whole thing, that's why they recorded it, so that everyone can see the right spirit of the Chen style performed. He's on cement gravel shoes. Well, if you have cement gravel shoes, you're not going to tweak your ankles because you can't. You'd slip automatically with just a little emphasis. Super fast. So, I'm going to keep these off for now. Let's do it again, and then let's go ahead and rewind this section.
One thing to tell you that I noticed at home, I don't think most people can have a big space. So I've had to learn with each form, I had to adjust the angles a lot and keep it small.
Yeah.
Which works, but it's totally different from what we were doing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And while I haven't created anything for the Chen style, for the Yang style, you can create, I can stay inside the square almost and do the whole Yang style form, but that involves like taking steps and then taking them back and taking steps and then stepping and then, yeah. So, since you brought it up, this is where Southern style Kung Fu comes from because of having to practice indoors with low ceilings. So, Northern styles are the ones that kick their foot, you know, it's lots of arms going crazy, and then Southern styles, you have to keep your stances lower, because if you didn't, you keep hitting your weapon forms, you're like, so this is, we do Southern Kung Fu, people say, you should open the ceilings up. I'm like, nah, it's Southern style. You get your sword out, you're gonna have to get lower, because you're gonna keep hitting the ceiling. You know, so that's Northern, yeah. Same with Korean martial arts with all the flying kicks. They were meant to like kick people off of horses, and they had really big open areas to have their warfare, as it was. So you would want to be doing a flying kick, good enough that you get high enough, and you know, so that you want to use kicks. You're fighting people on horses.
Would you use a fabric drop ceiling when you're doing Southern legs?
Oh yeah, believe me. In the kids' class, we swing weapons over their head, and then everyone goes like this. And I'm like, no. No, that's not how everyone does it, Tai Chi and Kung Fu. They're like, the teacher's head is all the way down here. That's where my head should be. But his butt isn't up in the air, it's down there, so. Okay, that was fun. Let's do it one more time, the new part, and then we'll rewind it and keep reviewing. Okay, here we are, and we punch, and then we cat stance for a second, and when we cat stance, that left hand has to go down to pop up. Then step and spin. Hey, I made it around, but I wouldn't trust that this week anyone today. And drop. And cross, kind of. Circle to the right, and okay. Now, let's take it back. The marker before this one. Where was our marker before this one that we've been doing?
I think this
Was it the punch to that corner?
down here already.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we've been doing most of the videos, most live streaming for the past, even in class, in probably the last 6 recordings, start from dragging on the ground. So here we are, dragging on the ground. Have you learned anything after this one?
Sorry, sir?
Have you learned anything after this?
It's muddled.
Okay. I just thought if you hadn't done anything, I would talk you through it differently. Okay, we'll do kind of. So we bring the foot back, the hands open up. We step and come through. And I totally want to do the fan form now.
Yeah.
Sorry guys at home. Yeah, okay, I got it back. So you're here, and we bring it back and the hands open, and then we step, and we wave in, bringing the foot to a cat stance, and then we turn, wave out, that left foot comes forward for that little bitty sweep, that left hand's on the hip. We pop the right foot and wave back to the cat stance, left palm is up. We turn and wave forward for the cat stance, left palm turns over onto the hip, and then we pop and come back to the cat stance. Then make a big motion, right hand to right hip, right foot, left hand. That's our one. Then the right foot comes forward, one. There's our little bitty sweep. The hand goes on the hip the same. And two. Look at the cat, look at the cat for a second. Bring it all the way in like that, all the way in. Almost feet together, okay? Then go out. Okay, then come in, bring the cat in, and then go out. And then last one, bring it in, bring the cat in, then circle, and when you kick, pretend there's a low coffee table that your hands are sliding on. So you're gonna go here, slide and kick. And then swing it in. And again, coffee table, slide and kick. And then pop up. And then step, step, cross, and rump one time. Look, rump. And it'll only be the right fist on that one. That's okay. I need someone to correct it. It makes the video better. And now circle and drop, and punch. Cat stance, and pop. And circle around, and pop. And cross, circle onto the right, and punch. More, or that again? That again?
Yep,
Yeah, okay, cool. I found these to be a very challenging section, and I've reviewed them so many times. So really, you can pick my brain on it, and I'll be like, on 10 100ths of a second into it, you need to go bit and bit. Okay. Let's do it again. Oh, dragging on the ground. Now, of course, dragging on the ground is all the way on the ground, and as I've been saying every video, we're not quite warmed up, although maybe today we are. Let's do that once or twice more. We also have fans still to do. Okay? So we can also dedicate the class to just this form or do the fan, but I think doing both would be good. All right, so here we are. We're on dragging on the ground. Yeah, I found it to be a very complicated section. Word review. Bring it back, open the hands. Monkey hop with the palm. Bring the right hand in and circle it out, turning the left hand over. Left foot comes up. Then go back. was the last one? Okay, so don't go forward. Then we're here, bringing the right hand up to the hip as we bring our right foot up and turn. 1, 2, bringing the left hand in. Now, we are coming forward with the right foot. That's what got most people, is that now it's the right leg coming in and out. And back. And when you come back, bring the left foot to the right into cat stance. And then go up, take a step. And then take it back. Is that it, or is there more?
That's it.
Okay, now circle both hands for a step out to the right, cross them, and then kick with the with the left foot. And then circle it in, and it'll be the right foot. And then you can set them down for a second, it actually doesn't. With the socks, I find it easier to pop, like here. Okay? Then it's 1, 2, drop the hands down in an X. Nope, no circle. They just drop down in an X. So you kicked, you popped here, take a look. It's just like this. Yep. Then you chamber the left and back fist with the right and like this. Yep. Now you circle both down, around, yes, like you're wanting to, that's correct. And onto the right leg, and then shift to the left leg, punch. Yep. When you shift to the left leg and punch, for both of you and probably you guys at home, you were here in the middle. You went like this, then you went like this, which is incorrect. I didn't turn my hips, and I didn't go to the right, or I might lean with my body. After you've done this move and you pop up, watch my hips. Watch my hips. Yep, and then punch. So you have to be on the right, hips turn to the right, so you can sink and go on to the left with the hips turning to the left for that punch. Yes, that's better. That's a lot to do and talk about at the same time. Shall we do it again?
It might help to say which hand over which, because I have to like quickly look and say.
Oh yeah, it's hard to see over your shoulder. You can't. She doesn't have to look over her shoulder, but you do. I don't remember. One or the other. Okay. I would guess that it would be the right one on top because it's the one back fisting. It would be the more convenient one. His back is to me as well.
I think the first one is your right's under the left, and then the second one is over. But
Oh, what's the first one? Oh, in the earlier part of the form? Oh, okay. Okay.
the other part of the section that you're doing.
Oh,
No, wait, if we do it again, I'll
because we got this.
tell you.
Oh, you come up when we do the kicks?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Because earlier in the form, you guys all remember, we're over here, and we do the, and we do that, right? And then we go, and we do the. Speaking of which, we can do the new part, all of the new part a few more times, or we can do the whole form one time.
And one of each.
Well, we can't, because we have fame.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying, that's why I'm giving you the choice. We can do one or the other as far as time's concerned.
Give me a new part. What do you want to do?
It's fine.
Well, I don't know what the answer is.
New part. You
New
said
part, sorry.
New part,
Yes.
okay, cool. Okay, cool. For a second, I thought you were saying
New
part
area.
of the new, part of the whole thing. I'm like, well,
New area.
yeah, new part. Let's do the new part again, you guys at home too. This is review and the new part. If you're following the recordings in order, we reviewed this part a lot, and then we have the new part, which we just did today. So, we're starting from the dragon on the ground. Dragon on the ground does have a punch here, pulls back, stretches, and then drops. Then you come up, open the hands, come through, and in, and right leg forward, hand on the hip, in, and, I said right leg, I meant left leg forward, and back one more time. And then this one's circle both, and stomp, hook. And now the right leg, that's where everyone misses it, the right leg's coming forward. And then when you come back, the left leg's coming to the right. Then out again, and then back one more time. Now we circle both hands in for a kick, and we circle in. Both hands come in and then kick. If you can, just let the right foot suspend and then pop or flash the back. Cross the step like this, right, left, put the left over the right. That's what feels comfortable and correct to me. Now you're square with your hips and knees and feet all facing the corner. Turn around and look for a second. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Then we just pop symmetrically with our body, but only let the right hand come up. Yep. Then as the hands come down, you come down. The hands circle back and out, and you shift to the right, load up on the right, shift from left to right for the punch. Now cat stance, turn slightly, drop the left wrist down, so you can pop. And then spin around. That should be strong enough to be a sweep. We'll need to work on that, including me. Then you immediately pop up. Hey, what happened to it? Oh, it goes like that. They circle back and cross it. I keep wanting to do these guys again. Not there, not at this part. So as soon as you come around for the landing here, you immediately circle and drop in the center. Now don't forget, shift, right foot, left foot, you're centered again, but as you circle, you're turning your body and settling on the right, so you can shift and pop up, punching to the corner. Okay. Boom. Okay? And the punch always ends 45 degrees. Okay? If it turns all the way over, that's a Kung Fu routine. Or if it only goes vertical, that's also a Kung Fu routine. I have not observed in the Chen form, any Chen form I've learned, the fist ever being horizontal or vertical that I can recall.
In Wu Hao, they had a punch like that. It was like a chicken's head or something.
Yeah, not Chen. But Wu Hao did come from Chen too. But that's imitating just like the Yang style came from Chen. It's your cross, step forward, deflect down, intercept, and you guys ready for the fan? Take a break, come back out with your fan. Oh, my fan's in the back.
Sorry. My kids, they had my fan.
Oh, okay. I can lend you one to try to remember.
I can buy it. It's up to you.
Try to wrangle it back from them. Yeah, I'm coming in to get my fan, so let me get my fan and then.
Here's some.
Not yet. If you're at home, gather up your fan. I'm just gonna use your water.
Is there an umbrella form? Can you open it?
Yeah, there's an umbrella form.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, when you're done with it, just set it back there. Is what we're doing with anything that's been shared. All right. The question was, is there an umbrella form? There is, but these things are, even this one, these forms are made up in modern times. These are not ancient forms.
You should do an iPhone form.
iPhone form.
Is it a weapon?
I think the way you use the iPhone form as a weapon is you grab it and go, I'm calling the police right now. Yes, he's 6 foot tall, white with spiky hair. He's wearing blue jeans. That's like how you use it. Okay. Well, let's do fan. We've done the whole fan form, so we can do it. We can practice it from the top once, or we can look at a section you want to look at. And either of you can answer, because both of you are familiar with the whole form now.
Practice on the top.
Practice on stop? Okay. Now hopefully we won't accidentally do Xinjia. At least, I know you won't accidentally do Xinjia. I might accidentally do Xinjia. Erlu, that is. Okay, so from the top, remember the one finger? Okay. Oh, that's right. We did some review from the top anyways. Okay, so we'll see how far you can get. Okay, begin. back the kick. So if you were following along at home, you're like, wait, dude, he left out that kick before that, like the thing, and we do like this, and we flip this over. I didn't kick for that. We can keep doing that over and over again, or if you're saying, you had mentioned a section before we started today that you'd like to look at?
Right into it, it flew out of my hand, and then this, and then from here,
Yeah, because you did good. I mean, the moves after that, and then. So you're talking about the moves after the double front jump kick.
Right before the double front jump, and then after, yes, please.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Wow, what's a good pickup for that? You have a good pickup? Oh, duh. I did that. I did so many live streamings starting there. You'll see what I'm talking about. That I was like, oh, that move. Okay, so we had done this. And I turned the other direction so you can see this. Yeah, I've done this form enough that if you want me to face the other direction while you do it, we can. But I'm not. I'm going to face, for now, this first one. So we made it to here. And we kick slowly. And then we step, and we turn, and we step, and we turn. Don't get this hooked on your shirt, but, oh, look, the fist won't be bent like this. It'll be straight. Yeah, yeah, I feel like it really is like a traditional inside karate thing. But think about it this way. Think about this guy. Right, when you do those earlier in the form, where you're gonna lean the fist, drape the fist over the body. Oh, I mean, it might bend the other way for that. But for the ones that come in front of you, the wrist will usually be in line with the fist will be in line with the forearm, which makes the wrist straight. Okay, let's do that again from here. We get our kick, then we take a step down, twist, take a step and twist, close. Now we swing up, and we're in slow motion. I'm in the air now, but I'm going to go ahead and pass it. Left knee's up now because I'm flying in the air, and then before I land, the right foot kicks and I slap it. Then, yeah, just like the karate kick. Then I'm going to jump, I'm going to pass it back. You can pass it back first, but if your hands go back, the right foot goes back. Then the left foot goes back, and you're in a right foot forward cat stance. Your right hand has the fan now. You circle both hands out, both hands in and up, both hands down, and then you hop with it. More or that again?
More, please.
More? Okay, so from here, the guy, I forget his name, but he doesn't actually X. I'm Xing. I like the Xing. That's how we do it in the Xinjia form. So we X, then we're going to do that kind of awkward side kick, which is a heel kick, called the heel kick in Chen style. At the same time, we open the fan, and at the same time, we elbow here. Then we set this down. We let the fan do a soft closing as we jump left, right, and palm. When you do the left, right, here's the challenging thing about it. That right foot is intended to be really far away. Now, why? Look over your right shoulder. Because we're turning this way. Right? We have a big position, so when we turn, the hands just flop over.
When do we open the fan on that?
You mean when do we close it?
I thought we opened it at the finish of that move.
Pretty sure it's open. It's open here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's closed. It's closing from that point.
Oh, is it kept open from right before that?
Yes, it is. I just restarted the move over again after I had closed it. You go here, you do a soft close, then when the right one's going to swing down and open. Now, by the way, it won't open by doing this. It opens by the hips, doing that. So it won't be a flick of the wrist. It'll be a flick of the hips. But that's something to work on. Yeah, that. Yeah. So you're there, and if you step far enough, let me get back into better camera view. If you step far enough back with the right foot, then the whole body just turns, and that just flops closed. You might call it a hard close, but the hard close is from the hips. More or that again?
How'd you turn so that your feet are aligned instead of one in front of the other?
You got to practice getting this guy.
Oh, there are aligned. Okay. I see. Sorry.
I mean, they'll be close. The question was, how did I end up with my feet next to each other after having them crossed? Because they're in line to begin with. If the ball of my right foot and the heel of my left foot are in line, and then I pivot on the ball of my right foot at the same time I pivot on the heel of my left. No, that's not what I did. I pivot on the ball of both of them. They'll be in line. Probably not an essential detail. You know, just kind of be in line. Because why? Because we go like this and immediately pull in. So that right foot's position is very temporary. It's only seen more because we're dissecting the form and moving slowly through it. So you come to here and you turn, but you immediately hit here and bounce to here. Yeah, so it's here, here. It is I sound like Grand Master Gohring inside. Clockwise circle, counterclockwise circle. Yeah, and then this one slows down, down, and then builds up, fogging, and then more, or that again? That again? Yeah.
That again. Yeah.
It's okay. We can all use the practice. I'm gonna scoot a little bit more this way just so more of my walkthrough is on camera, or to the center of camera. Okay, so we have made it to here, and we kick slowly. We take a step, twist left, take a step. Remember the hand position, good. Close the fan, go slightly faster, and here we go. Swing up and pass the fan off. Kick, slap your hand, pass it off, step back twice. Right foot forward, casting it, slow it down. Look, 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 palms up, palms down, palms up, down. Yeah, you haven't ever learned Xinjia form? You didn't learn it either. Well, one of you at home has learned it. This is a move from the Xinjia, so we really quickly are kind of, Xinjia Erlu, that is. I mean, Erlu, the first one. Yeah, it's palm, pa, pa. And watch out. And I'll put this towards the camera so you can review it later. I've just come back, and I get to here. My elbows are down, my elbows are down. My elbows are still down the whole time. Watch out for this. My elbows are up, my elbows are down. My elbows are up and down. So you'll have to sink the elbows for that twist and keep them sunk for the whole thing. It's gonna be hard. Keep the elbows down when you're in. Yes, the way you keep them down is, remember, the palms turn up as they're coming up, and the palms turn down as they're coming down, down, up, okay? And if you don't, you can't bring these up without, you'd have to do that without doing your elbows. So really the issue of lifting the elbows is the issue of remembering to turn the palms up. Because here, it is a little more awkward to pick the elbows up. Here, it's pretty natural to pick them up. So they're twisted in. So I've come back, twist, down, up, down. Okay? Then cross in and kick, and elbow step. Let it do a soft close, and then a pop open because of the momentum. Turn, whip, and then in. Slow it down, and pop. Lean, and horizontal. And then dip, circle, and pull. Like the baba. Sink and pop up. Stretch. In. Down. Up. And down. Right away. A little rock and a close like the opening of the form. Then circle out, turning your shoulders to the left. Turn your shoulders to center. It looks like the hands are going to converge. They do not. And go down. Be here. Okay? Any burning questions? We have to wrap it up slightly before the end time.
Can we just
to have
cover
the transition.
the last part of that, meaning,
After here.
come right, yeah.
So we're gonna go from, get more camera center here. We're here. We untwist, and that creates a flick. And then we flick like clockwise to your right, like a big bus wheel. But now we're going forward with it as we step. And then we come up. Then we lean and come up. And then this part is just a soft drop because it's just barely there so that both hands can join. And the fan is a soft closing. And it comes down and forward, and then you pull back like a off. Pull back. Then this is the same as the opening move of the form, and pop. Same as the opening move of the form, and in. Same as the opening, and still same as the opening through here. Then here, the hands will turn, your bodies will turn, your hands are going straight out to your sides. You happen to be turning like you're gonna do a really nice traditional salute, right? But you're not. You're turning to your left, center, the hands just slower down, like the end of commencement, and you bring the feet together like the end of the yang style forms. Yeah? Okay, cool.
You have 0 beats of sweat.
Me?
No, I'm saying
Oh,
you did it perfectly.
some of the
Not really
kids
hard.
are excited to learn fan next year. They were explaining to me, it'll be nice to do the fan because when you get hot, you can cool yourself off. And I'm like, you've been hanging around me too long. That's my joke. Okay. Good class. Great to welcome returning students to the in-person classes. We honor the masters who came before us and seek to follow their examples.
Bow to Grand Master.
Thank you. Bow to second degree black sashes and those at home. Advanced black sash class dismissed. Good job, you guys.